all together. All together.
And we timed that almost just right for the music to end. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Friday Night Live. It's Friday. We're live. Here we are. How is everyone doing? Looks like we got quite a few Woodhounds rolling on in through the chat, so let's just get this started like we always do. Raise up those cups. Here's to you. Cheers. Thanks for being here. Oh, yeah. So, how is everyone? How are you doing? I have got to get my... Hang on here. There we are. I got to be able to scroll through the chat over here. Tim and Old Saws, how are you doing? Logger Jason's here. Cliff, Circle B. Miller Stumps and Firewood. Don Slate, thank you for the Christmas card. Appreciate that. Around the Yard, Roblox Games is back once again. Tuning in with Old Guy Firewood. And Rick's Outdoors is here. Tony Woods. They just keep rolling in. Glad you're all here for the second to last Friday Night Live of 2024. This is your last chance for a one-on-one Q&A. So if you got questions, ask them tonight, because next week we got a big end of the year party going on. We might have a guest or two join us. So next week is going to be all over the place. So if you have any questions that you've been waiting for, this is your last chance of the year to ask them tonight. And to do that, throw a Q in front of your question, because it helps me find it in the chat, which is I am now behind on. But Timon, how are you doing? Marlon, good evening. Larry and James Baton, how are you, my friend? Daniel Atkins is here. All right, I'm gonna just... So yeah, next week, the last live stream of the year, gonna be a little bit of a party. Gonna have, like I said, maybe a guest or two. We shall see. Ken Wilkinson up in Ontario, how are you doing? Ryan Phillips, good evening. Watching over on Facebook. Yes, I know I need I was trying to find my dang Santa hat, and I couldn't find it. I don't know what happened to it, but I did have that on. I was planning to have that on tonight, but I just couldn't find it. Brennan, happy early birthday tomorrow. I don't know if are you on here? Goobs? Hey, let's see here. Oh, there was a question from Logger Jason. What is the best way to do giveaways? The best way to do a giveaway is to pick me as the winner and then send me all your prizes. If you're giving away brandy old fashions. Otherwise, what I would recommend is if you Google random YouTube comment picker, there's a web page that you can put in. So post a video and have people comment on it, and then you can go to this web page, random YouTube comment picker. Just Google that. You'll find that web page. You'll put in the link to that video, and then you'll be able to randomize and pick out a winner from all the comments. All right, now I gotta... Slick Willie, how are you doing? Who all got some snow yesterday? Was it yesterday or the day before? Yes, I think yesterday. Who all got snow? We were supposed to get a major winter storm, and they closed the school yesterday. No school, but we only got about 4 or 5 inches. Not very much. So, kind of disappointing. Dan Sawfish, how are you doing? Neighborly Homestead, got a little bit of snow. Oh, we missed the corn. I got it. See, I've got this set up now where I got down here. I can see what's going on, and I didn't see that coin come down. So we have a coin that just came in the cup. Old guy Firewood, what the heck you think about that? How are you doing down there? All right, let me find it here. All right, the first coin of the night. We need to bring out the ladies. Let the ladies swing. All right, maybe not. Ladies, I said let the ladies swing. There we go. All right, so Cliff, circle BMN. Second to last time to fill the cup. Let's raise up our cups to that. Thank you very much. Cheers. Oh, I got some dirt under my fingernail there. All right. Now we'll send the ladies back. Mount Tammany Ridge, how you doing? Firewood in the field. Rogala. All right. I think I'm caught up. Maybe not. Nope, I'm not. So yes, this is the last normal live stream of the year. Next week, tune in. It's kind of, I always like having these like end of year, New Year's and Christmas live streams when it's like not a day or two before or after the holiday. Is kind of wonky, but oh well. So like next week will be, the last New Year's Eve of live stream celebration, but then New Year's Eve isn't for a few days, so I don't know. It always messes things up. They should just have those holidays always be like on Fridays or Saturdays. Roblox games, we got a lot of snow and I don't go outside because it's cold. Yeah, we didn't get too much snow. Only, like I said, 4 or 5 inches. I wish we would have got the 7. We were supposed to get 7 to 10, I think. I was kind of hoping for the 10. Kind of hoping for a nice big snowstorm for the first one of this winter. Because the other thing is, I think by next week I think Christmas Day is supposed to be 40 degrees. So all the snow is going to be gone next week. Yadkin, you are absolutely correct. There is nothing normal. There never has been. So we haven't changed since the very first one. 267 live streams later, and there is still nothing normal going on here Friday nights. Will you be using the sauna for the last year? Actually, the wood stove in the sauna is burning right now. It is waiting for Amanda. She's on her way home. So I had to get it fired up so when she got home, it was all ready to go. But yeah, the sauna is going right now. The Yorkwoods, how are you guys doing? You people up north are wired different. Yes, we are. Jared, just enough to try out the TYM 574 in the snow. The heated cab sure is nice. Oh, I bet it is. I bet it is. Yeah, I got to try out the 72-inch utility bucket from Top Dog Attachments, pushing some snow around yesterday. That was pretty exciting. Didn't quite take as many passes to clear the driveway as it normally does. Uh-oh.
I'm going to be downstairs for a little bit.
Oh, jeez. All right. Anything you want to say?
No. Not yet.
Little boss man's done with school for the year. Aren't you?
Not for
Well,
the rest
for
of the
this,
year.
for 2024. No more school. All right. Oh! All right. We got another coin that came down in the cup. Holy moly's. Hang on there. We better bring the ladies out for this one as well. Do I got this music too loud? I don't think so. Firewood in the field. All right. Thank you and all other Woodhounds here for helping me reach 1,000 subs last Friday during the live stream. I'm spending almost my entire YouTube earnings thus far on this super chat. Oh, well, congratulations once again. And yeah, it was nice to lay down that challenge for us. And we came through right there at the end. So thank you and cheers once again. Congratulations. I gotta make sure this music ain't too loud for you guys. Sometimes that little funky music in the background there is too much for some of you. Let's see. All right. Now, little boss man is, yeah, he had yesterday off because of the storm, and now he's done for all of next week. And then he goes back on Thursday, the 2nd. So he's got a little break. He is on end of the year break. Greg Brown, it snowed 4 to 6 in Richmond's Holiday Acres. Yeah, I don't know how, I didn't really pay attention to how widespread that storm was. I know it came down from Larry Cluck over there in Minnesota and didn't quite bring all the snow that they were anticipating. Bill Irwin, good evening. SG. And there's the Nebraska Woodster, who was down in Mexico. Are you back, Woodster? Are you back taking care of that boiler? Oh no, he's not grounded for the rest of the year. He is he's got plenty of activities because we have something big coming in the area of, or in the realm of mini Firewood coming in 2025, and he has got to help me get some things ready. So we've got a couple little projects that we've been working on, and it's going to be we're going to be busy, but it's going to be I'm pretty excited. I'm pretty pumped for it. So stay tuned. I don't know if I'll give any details of it next week or not. Probably have to wait for the first live stream of 2025 is when I will be dropping the announcements. Roblox games. I go back on Thursday and had ugly sweaters, and I win pizza party because you won the pizza party because of your ugly sweater. Ah, yeah, I think they had some kind of dress up days. I think yesterday was the day that they missed. Was Little Boss Man missed the pajama day, where they could wear pajamas. Old Guy Firewood. Old Guy Firewood, I think, is laying out another challenge for tonight. We need to get a push for Miller, Stumps, and Firewood. Ted and Sherry, great folks. Let's help them get to 1,000. Yes, all right. I need one of the moderators to throw their channel link in the chat at some point, and then if you haven't already, head over there and click the subscribe button. Oh, that's right, Cliff. You're over there too. You sent the storm over here. You guys took all the snow from us. How did the deer make out? If you're talking about the one that was right outside the door, the little fur ball when it gets cold, it's always funny because the deer, like their fur and their hair puffs up and they just look like little fur balls. They made out. They're all doing good. All 12 to 15 of them that are usually hanging around the wood yard. The woodster's back. All right. Well, that's good. Actually, that's not good. I was hoping for a few more videos. I think you should go on vacation more often, Woodster. Firewood in the field. If you have rights to use copyrighted music, is there a way to upload that before getting a strike? A friend of mine is a professional musician and gave me permission. Well, the only way you're going to get a strike is if his music is picked up and recognized and known on YouTube. And then if you get a strike, you can appeal it, and you might have to somehow provide that you have permission. But there isn't a way to really do it ahead of time. You have to just well, what you can do is, so upload your video with the music, but put it as unlisted or private, and then that way it'll go through and YouTube will scan through it. The algorithm will do its work. It'll tell you if you have copyrighted music, and then you can adjust accordingly. You can either appeal it and get it get permission. But yeah, upload it, set it to private or unlisted, and then it'll run all its checks and let you know. What's the deal with 1,000 subs? That is, well, the I guess, what is it called? The YouTube Partner Program. Once you reach 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time, you can then apply to be in the YouTube Partner Program, which is basically allowing you to monetize your content. So it is a way for then YouTube to give you part of their ad revenue. Like, they run ads on everything, but once you're in the partner program, then you get a percentage of the revenue. Rick's Outdoors. Best Christmas present you got as a kid? Oh my. There were many. But I think the one that really, I don't even know how old I was, but it was, it was something to do with Star Wars. And actually, I have it sitting on the shelf up here, actually. That's why I keep looking up there. So it's kind of funny because what it was, this little troop transport ship thing. And we were up at my aunt and uncle's, and like that thing, for whatever reason, it just sticks in my mind because I was like so, I don't know, amazed that I got this Star Wars ship. I think it was like one of the first like vehicles that I ever got. So that one stands out. But there were quite a few, but that one, for whatever reason, yeah, one of the Star Wars vehicles. It's not all, it's buried up behind some other stuff where I'd grab it. Mystery Gardener, can you see my chat? Yes, I can. How are you doing across the pond? We are going to bring out, oh, we didn't bring out the ladies, but Mr. Mojo dropped a coin in the cup, so thank you very much. Cheers. All right. Russ, Willis Firewood is here. Good evening. Mystery Gardener, how is everything going over there? Yeah, the chat is going by kind of quick. I gotta scroll ahead. All right. Bionic Life, how are you doing? Log Cabin Firewood. Mr. Free Heat. Captain Jack. Manning that central boiler. Taking all that free heat. Oh, I love the free heat debate. All right. So yeah, if you have any geez, I just noticed got a little dew going on here tonight. It's been a long day. I gotta make sure. I thought I may have missed a question. Maybe not. I don't want to scroll back too far because then the Wise Choice Firewood just subscribed to Miller's. Oh, there you go, Daniel Atkins. Thank you for putting that in the chat. Drop that in there. That makes it easy to bounce over and click subscribe. Free heat. Can you get to the shack down on the farm once the snow sets in? The cabin? Yes. If the snow gets too deep, what Woodhound Senior does is he'll fire up the 4010, the John Deere 4010, and he'll drive the tractor back there. But usually he can get back there with the gator because most of the trail back to just where pretty close to the cabin, most of that trail is a snowmobile trail. So once they groom the trail and kind of gets a little hard pack snow on it so you can drive on it, but all depends on how much snow we get. But for the most part, if the snow gets too deep, he just takes the John Deere back. Don Slate, who has the best beard from Log Cabin Firewood? I would say definitely, well, I don't know if Terran's is better than Jack's because I don't know if I would, I don't know. A bearded lady? I don't know about that. That's, maybe, I guess if you're into that kind of thing, a bearded lady is all right. Mystery Gardener, Tyson Fury or is it Uske? Who will win tomorrow night? I'm not all familiar with I'm going to say though Tyson Fury. I think I've seen actually some clips of him. Who is that? Who you want to win? Who are you pulling for? Mystery Gardener. The Alaska Woodyard is here. Good evening. BGW. Gators don't mix well with, yeah. If you get the powdery snow, you're just sinking down. You're not going anywhere but down. But that's why it's kind of nice with the snowmobile trail, and once it gets groomed and hard packed, it's pretty good. I'm not sure how you say that, but okay. James Bain. Can we see the Shifty wrestling vids aired next week? I will find yes, I will find that. I know it's posted on YouTube, but I think it's unlisted, so you would need the link. So I'll find the link and I will have it. Or I'll put it somewhere in maybe one of the videos next week before the live stream. Captain Jack, have a Merry Christmas as well. Back to family dinner. Yes, you better go back. Don't be getting in trouble. Club Dora, how are you doing? Oh, speaking of I don't know if you can see it. Right back there, that is one of the very first videos that ever I found that last week. One of the first ever what do I call it? I guess compilation videos that was put together and sold at wrestling shows. The very first, the original Shiftomania. The man, the myth, the legend. Rated J for Jabroni. Right there. This thing, VHS. This was something. Five-star reviews right here. This line right here. Shifty is the best wrestler in the family, his mom said. This is a classic right here. This I don't know how many copies are still around out there, but Shiftomania. The very first ever released. Oh yeah. I am standing. I'm at a standing desk. I wouldn't be able to sit that long through this. John Scott, Merry Christmas from Australia. Whew. Yeah, that's how old this tape is. VHS. It was nice that my mom gave me that review. This was back in the day. Way back in the day. I don't even remember when they put this out. But look at that picture on the spine right there. Oh, this is classic. All right, what did I miss? Anything in the chat? Tony Woods with a question. Did your at Rick's Woodyard tree service get to talk? Not yet. And my neighbor, I saw on Facebook a picture that he posted, I think yesterday, that he was somewhere on a beach with the sunset. So he's not even home. I think I might just take those trees down and surprise him when he comes back. I think he's probably gone for like the whole winter. WD-30 is here. Rick's Outdoors. I wrestled from 98 until I want to say 2004 or 5. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe later than that. But I believe I started in 98. There he is, frickin' Jeep. John, how you doing? You still have a VHS? Well, you better hang on to that and make sure it stays working, because those things are. Even the VHS tapes. There's a lot of collectors of like VHS movies. Woodhound Senior has a wall of VHS movies. I don't know how many hundreds, but some of the old VHS tapes are worth a lot of money. Neighbor Doug, it's just been one of those days. Been one of those days where things got a little crazy. Started out fast this morning. Got a little crazy in the afternoon, and here we are. Yeah, if you have I still have a working VHS or VCR. That's VCR. That's what they're called. The VHS tapes. Yeah. So if you have one, like I said, make sure you can. I mean, you can still get them on eBay and stuff, but. What are you doing this week? Because it's cold outside. Well, I have been busy, like I said, working on a little project to do with the mini firewood. But I have been out yesterday. I was out. I mean, it's not that bad. It was like, 18, 15, 20 degrees. That's not bad. If it gets below zero, that's when it gets crazy. And like, all right, I don't feel like going out. All right, Mr. Gardner. Well, enjoy the rest of your morning and weekend. Have a Merry Christmas and enjoy the fight tomorrow night. Be kind. Rewind. Oh, I have got a funny story about that. But hang on. I got to get the ladies out. Oh my gosh. We are at the bottom of the hour. We got to get the ladies out for our good friend Marlon. Merry Christmas to all and cheers. Thank you very much. Cheers to you, Marlon. Appreciate it. Woo! So, the very first time that my parents rented, we had this little small store, and we were live a couple miles from this little small town, and there was the general store, and they got in VCRs and VHS movies that you could rent. So the very first time we rented a VCR and a couple movies, and it came with a remote control that was wired. So there was like a 20-foot wire connected to the remote control. And when we were done watching the movies, we couldn't figure out how to, because you were supposed to rewind the movies when you were done. But we didn't realize that if you pressed stop and then rewind, it would just rewind it. So I think I sat there holding the rewind button and the movie was playing, and then instead of hitting stop, I just hit rewind on this little remote control. There was, I think, 4 buttons: stop, play, rewind, fast forward. So I held the rewind button and rewound the whole movie all the way back to the beginning before realizing that if you stopped it and then hit rewind, it would just rewind on its own. It was, after that I was like, oh. But yeah, we used to rent movies all the time. It was just like one of those crazy things, like you go down there and the week before, the movie you wanted somebody else had rented, so you were hoping that it would be back. And so you'd end up building up, there would be 5 or 6 movies that you'd want to watch. And all of a sudden you'd go in there and they would all be there. So you were thinking, if I don't rent them all, somebody else will rent them. So you'd rent like 5 movies for the weekend. Uh-oh, what are you doing?
I gotta make a list.
Of what?
This mom threw my old list away what I wanted for Christmas.
Uh-oh. All right. I'm I am, I think, a little behind. Yeah, it was a fun time rewinding that movie. Man. I think we took turns. I think my sister and I switched off. Hey, Shibe, how you doing? I have a large fire to burn now that we have snow. Would the Woodhound tune in? Yeah, well, you better light it up because, like I said, I think starting Monday, it's supposed to be like 36 and then 39 and then 40. I was thinking the same thing. I got a big brush pile I want to burn, but the snow isn't going to stick around. The entire Disney Channel during a 30-day free trial.
Look how tiny Amanda was.
Yeah, it is pretty tiny. Oh, I have no problems because most people watching are probably older than me. No, I know I'm old.
Why do you not have any paper?
It's over there, underneath that. Yeah, it's underneath that little spiral tablet thing. Hand me that thing, actually.
This thing?
Yes. I gotta show.
This is the thing I was talking about that one day.
Yeah. Woodhound Senior and Grandma. This is what that book looks like that I was telling you about. Trying to find it. See if you can find that for next week. If not, I'll bring this one down. All right. Oh. Neighbor Doug, you're supposed to put a Q, not a question mark. A Q. Have you tried the mini hunks in a tabletop fireplace? I have not, because both the cherry and the oak that I split into those things were both like, it wasn't dry. It was like I cut the cookies right off of a log. So I'm giving them like another month to kind of season out a little bit. But I will be trying them soon. Yeah. There you go, Daniel Atkins. Answer that one. You think I'm old? Huh. What about frickin' Jeep? I mean, and old guy Firewood. Old guy Firewood even says it in his name. Colleen's Farm Adventure, how you doing? HDF Firewood, what's happening? Oh, I just saw another question hanging. Are the Star Wars toys behind you originals from your childhood, or did you buy them later? Most of the stuff back there is from later. Everything in front of me that you guys can't see, I've got a shelf with originals from way back in the day. The vintage Star Wars. Yeah, there's a big shelf right up here full of all of my childhood collection, and then back there is a lot of continued collection, adult collecting. It doesn't look familiar. Yeah, that's, well, maybe I'll try to remember to bring it down. Rust Ride, the honks, and they work okay, but I think the mini Firewood starts easier. Yeah, I think you either need a good fire going, or you need to try. What I'm going to try is I'm going to fill it up with the hunks, and then I'm going to try the top down fire and see how that goes. Because that's usually what you do with the wood pellets, is like the top down. So I don't know. I'm going to try it both ways. Oh, I got the ladies coming out one more time. Cliff was going to put this towards my AARP membership. Well, thank you very much for the coin. Cheers. And it will be time now for a refill. Firewood at the furnace. Brad, how you doing? I have just enough left, I think, to make about three more drinks. So I'm gonna refill right now. Hang on. I gotta reload the ice. Yep, there's still enough left in there. I was worried I was going to run out tonight. That's enough for what? 10? Oh. Would the mini Firewood splits fit the pellet stoves? I don't think well, some of them, if they were like the gravity fed, but I think most pellet stoves have like a little like auger system that kind of feeds the pellets. So I don't know if they would work or not. How are your cubes so perfectly round? Oh, that is the magic of this new refrigerator we got. It makes 3 different types of ice. It makes like medium-sized square cubes for when you dispense from the door. And then inside the freezer, there's 2 different drawers. One with the little, like small, thin ice cubes. And then the other one is these big, round ice balls. The only downside is it only makes 3 of them every 24 hours. So generally, when I fill up my glass for the first time, I put 3 of those ice balls in there. And then, so you end up where, you almost run out of ice if you have a couple nights of partying, you run out of ice cubes. But yeah, it's just the fridge that we have, the new one, makes these different size ice cubes. Carl Lewis, the man with the plan. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. Enjoy the weekend. I think you can change it to. I think you can change the setting though, where you get 3 cubes every 12 hours, but then the ice cubes aren't as high of quality. So I don't know if they're smaller or they're just not as frozen. So I have it set for 3 a day. 3 balls a day. That's what it puts out. Neighborly Homestead. Have a Merry Christmas. Yeah, this. I forget what the name of them are. It's like there's some. I don't know what those ice cubes are called. There he is. Goobs Outdoors and Adventure. It's going good. Happy early birthday. Hope you have a happy birthday tomorrow. Cheers. Billy D, late to the party. No problem. Maxim Kozak. My customers have been complaining my wood won't burn well for them. It's been seasoned for a year, but we have had lots of rain. What's my fix for this? Tarp it? What kind of wood is it? If it's oak, it just might not be fully seasoned. But yeah, I would if you know it's going to rain, cover it. And if it's not raining, take the tarp off, let it get the sun and the wind to dry from getting rained on before. Just depends. The other thing is that it could just be, is it facing, like, is it in the shade or is it facing north? A lot of variables. But take some. All my wood had this problem. Yeah, it's probably just, if it gets rained on and then can't properly dry, then you probably should tarp it up. But don't tarp it too tight. High water circuit rider sold out. That's good. Sold out for the rest of the year, but now what? Well, just have to start building up that supply for next year. Clayton, it's small. The small wood, no problem. It's all doing good. The small wood is doing good. The Wise Choice Firewood. Merry Christmas. Good night. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. How big are your splits? I mean, if you got big splits, big chunks, you might need to resplit them. Resplit, smaller size. Yes, I know. No, but there's a certain name for them. I think it's like the craft cube or something. There's a setting, and the setting has a name, and it's not spheres, but there's some fancy name for the setting to make those round cubes. Globes. They are globes. I don't know if anyone saw the flat earthers were kind of given a shot this past week when they all went down to Antarctica and saw the 24-hour sun. So unfortunately, the flat earthers now have to come up with a new, I guess, conspiracy plan model. Craft ice. That's what it is. Yes. Craft ice is round spheres of ice. The Yorkwoods. That is a very good point. Burn some yourself and then you'll know. The other thing is your customers might be burning somebody else's wood and they don't even know it. Maybe they have some wood they bought from someone else and they're mixing it in with yours, and they're confusing which one's burning and which one's not. Firewood in the field picked up an X27. Well, depending on what you're splitting, good luck. It sounds great, but you can end up with some sore shoulders or just all around. Colleen had 4 inches. Yeah, that's what you sent down here. You sent that storm down. We got about 4 or 5 inches as well. Do you know when Eastmate's new processor will be available? I am not exactly sure. But I could try to find some info on that and report back next week. It might actually be available right now. I'm not sure. But I can check into that. Daniel Atkins, have a good night. Off to the pallet store. Yes, Merry Christmas. Enjoy the weekend. All right, Firewood in the field's heading out as well. It is getting close to 9 o'clock. Yeah, good luck with that, Fiskers. Just like I said, start small. Start with the small stuff. Don't get watch the overstrikes. Maybe I should split my oak smaller to get it to dry quicker. Or just buy wood to resell. Yeah, you could if you have people around you that you could, that's what Ohio Woodburner does. He's got some Amish suppliers that he buys from them, and just he goes there, they load his trailer, and he goes and sells it, just moving the wood. So yeah, if you have other people in your area selling and they're selling it cheap, you might be able to, what do they just resell? pick some up, and if some of it you could even resplit, like you said, make it smaller. Logger Jason, good luck with that bonfire. Have a Merry Christmas. Willie's Firewood. I saw Cord King has a box wedge system on their processors now. Ooh, I did not see that. That is interesting. That is interesting. I wonder if I wonder what kind of box wedge it is, because I believe Yappa owns the patent on box wedge processors, or the processors with a box wedge. I know there's something that they have. I don't know, with the perfect split. Roblox games, Merry Christmas and have a Happy New Year, but I'm going to head out. All right, well, if you're here next week, Roblox games, it'll be the final live stream of the year. So tune in if you can. Several years I've only found one man I'd buy from for resale. Yeah, that's the other thing, is sometimes if you you go and buy somebody's wood to resell it, and you end up saying, what did I get myself into? Because none of the pieces are consistent length. The wood is probably crappy. It's not split the right size. It's too long. It's too short. So I would definitely look at and check over the wood before you buy it for reselling. Flip it. That's what I was thinking of before. Flipping firewood. Like flipping houses. All right. On processors, it's better to just push it once. One and done. All right, Maxim. Have a good night. Merry Christmas. I have a wood hay market auction about 45 miles away. Different sellers. Yeah, you just have to go and check it out. Give it a look over and see how it is. If you buy and resplit and then resell, is it still yours? Yes. Once you buy it, it's definitely yours. Once you resplit it, definitely even more yours. I would say anyway. Alaska Woodyard 23 and no snow. Wow. Yeah, we it's looking like the snow might stick around for Christmas, but I'm not sure because it's going to warm up, and so I don't know if we'll have a white Christmas or not. But wow, 23. I think we are. What are we at here? I don't think we're that warm. Oh yeah, we are at 6 degrees right now. Whew. 6 here in Wisconsin and 23 in Alaska. Make sense of that. Sawdust and Sap, Merry Christmas to you as well. Oh, yes. They want to chip. Chip it up. That's what. That's because it's quick. Although, if you find some tree service, if you have a trailer or dump trailer, and you get connected with, if you go and like take your trailer and like leave it at the site, they might fill it up for you, and then once you kind of become reliable and you build that relationship, then they might start setting some logs aside for you. Because I mean, it is wear and tear on their chipper to chip logs all the time. So if they can set stuff aside, and you, like I said, you take your trailer to the job site, or you go to the job site, you might have some luck. Rogala is now over on Facebook watching. Happy holidays. I gotta see where am I at here? All right. BGW. I'll be in Eugene, Oregon logging show one of the 3 days. Usually go the driest day. Is that coming up? When is that? It's interesting that this is the time of the year they'd be having the logging shows. The driest day. What if all days are rain? Then what day do you go? February. Oh, okay. Well, that still seems pretty early in the year. Oh, yeah. See, WD-30. Yeah, if you get, like I said, the main thing is you just got to get in good. You got to show them that you're committed and you're reliable, and you can end up getting a pretty good deal. Russ, have a good night. Merry Christmas to you and the family. Enjoy your weekend. Oh, we're going to bring the ladies out. Sending you off, Alaska Woodyard. Dropping a coin in the cup. Thank you very much. Cheers. We are officially in overtime. We are in overtime for a few more minutes. Because, like I mentioned earlier, the sauna is going, and it's 6 degrees outside. And I think it's going to be one of those, now that we have snow, I think I got to try sit in the sauna for 15 minutes and come out and lay down right in the snow. But I don't know, being that it's 6 degrees, that might be too much of a cold plunge. This is true. When you first start out with building that network with relationship with tree service, you're going to have to take some of the bad stuff. Some of the really nasty, gnarly, snarly, but it does all burn, as Circle B said. So if you have a way to process it down, you can make use of it. But yeah, you might have to deal with you would have to deal with stuff you probably wouldn't want to, but If you stick with it, it'll work out. Just like, well, it did for me. I am just speaking from my experience. Like, now I have Rick will let me know what the job is, what tree it is, how big it is, and then if I want it and I tell him I want it, he will bring it here and dump it off for me. Like, it's great. I think small is not the word. It's tiny. The little wood will be tiny wood. 6 degrees. Whoop. But when you come out of the sauna, that's the difference. Oh, I think what happened to the wood prop? Oh, where is that? Oh, it's right over. It's still on my desk. I still got it. Follow your obsession. Merry Christmas. Happy holidays to you as well. Jerry Ray has a Wolf Ridge VS17C vertical with conveyor, 14 hours for sale in North Carolina. Ron Brooks, Merry Christmas. Have a good night. Holy moly's, we got a lot of stuff going on. Well, the pond doesn't have water in it, so the cold plunge would be into the snow on the ground. That would be the cold plunge. But being that it's 6 degrees out, I think just coming outside in the air is going to be cold enough. I think that'll be enough. Jim Miller, good night. Merry Christmas. Yeah, we ain't going to be doing jumping in any water with 6 degrees temperature outside. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Hell no. No sirree. Now, if it was like 20, 25, then I could see like making some snow angels. Come out of the sauna, make some snow angels, go back in. Has getting tree service wood been a good experience for you? I'm a little afraid of getting swamped with trash. Well, that's what. So, I wouldn't like reach out to 5 different tree service companies at once. I would kind of like check one out, maybe work with one. If that doesn't work out, maybe move on to another one. But yeah, if you had like 2, 3, 4 tree service companies bringing you wood, I mean, you could get overloaded quick. And then as you're trying to get ahead dealing with what they brought you this weekend, next week they're going to bring you more. So I would try to find one that you think is probably going to be the best. But for me, it's worked out great. Like I said, I mean, I pretty much only get wood from Rick, and he will tell me what it is, how big it is. He'll ask me if I want it before he brings it, and he brings it over, and in the yard it goes. So it's worked out great. WD-30's dropping a coin in the cup. Thank you so much again for the box of Funkies. That's a good name for them. No problem. You're very welcome. Thank you, Will. Cheers. The Funkies. I might have to call him that. Water. Oh, yeah. Did I say? That is true. Absolutely not. If I was heating the pond, I would need 3 tree service companies bringing me wood. That would take way too much. $60-yard loads of oak, but he unloaded it like a pickup sticks. Yeah, that's the other thing. Like when I started, and I had 2 different tree service companies dumping wood in the front. Like I ran out of room in a hurry, and then I only had certain ways I could access with the tractor to get the logs, and then it became, like I said, it can get to be a mess and a challenge in a hurry. So you just gotta make sure you kind of. That's why it's kind of nice if you could get to start off with, like, go to the job site with a dump trailer of your own and just have them put stuff in it, and then you can dump it where you want it, or I don't know. It depending on how big a wood yard you got. Or like for me, I didn't have room in my current wood yard for Rick to drive back there and turn around. So now that I got the room that he can drive in, turn around, dump, head out, it works a lot better. Yeah, just start networking. Start networking. Tell them what you want. And like I said, sometimes the only thing is like if you can't be too demanding up front, because they are always working on the clock. They are always focused on how fast can they get something done. So they don't want to be like cherry picking certain logs to set aside. Like to start with, just take whatever they give you. All right. I think that's going to do it, because I got just enough left for one last send-off here to wrap up the second to last live stream of the year. Next week, tune in for the end of the year Woodhound extravaganza. It's going to be, we'll have a little longer overtime next week. But it's going to be a good time. I got some stuff planned. So if you're able to, tune in to start the early end of the new year. Of the year. The early beginning of the new year. So yeah. Next Friday night, the last Friday Night Live of 2024. It's going to be a good time. So we'll hopefully see you there. Again, everyone, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out for a little while. Have a very Merry Christmas with your family next week. Super chatters, everyone that dropped coin in the cup, thank you very much. Moderators, thanks for being here. And again, to all of you, enjoy your weekend. Have a very Merry Christmas. Stay safe, have fun, and be cool. Good night, everyone. Cheers.
Ton of gravel in my shoe. World on I've been a real bad boy on the town all night. Starting to calm down with the morning light. I'm in the dirt, down in the dirt. Been a real bad boy. I've been a real bad boy on the town all night.